Buddy, hello. It is, what is it? Oh my gosh, it's Thursday, 5/30, 2019. It's my last day of school for my beautiful, gorgeous, brilliant daughter. So exciting. You know what, Shady? We're winning because here he is right now, Shady Grooove.
Oh, Matrixxx, Patriots, Anons, worldwide, Patriots
Yeah.
to freedom. Nice to be here. I hope everyone is doing well today.
Oh, misfire. Oh, hello. For some reason, I want to just make sure my Windows captures up. We got a lot of things. You know, first, I want to thank somebody real quick. Shady, I want to thank Mac, okay? You guys remember Mac? We prayed for him when he was going through a loss and all that stuff. Well, it's amazing. He sent me something that really means a lot to me, and it says, "Don't worry, God is never blind to your tears, never deaf to your prayers, and never silent to your pains. He sees, he hears, and he will deliver." And it's a prayer for intheMatrixxx and Shady Grooove and your families. Heavenly Father, we thank you for loving us. We thank you for sending your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, to the world to save us and set us free. I trust in your power and grace that sustains and restores us. I also know you know our hearts and souls and know what is on our minds and whom we are praying for before we utter a single word. Loving Father, touch intheMatrixxx and Shady Grooove now with your healing hands, for I believe that your will is for them to be well in mind, body, soul, and spirit. Loving Father, cast out anything that should not be in the Matrixxx and Shady Grooove. Let the fire of your healing love pass through intheMatrixxx and Shady Grooove entire body to heal. Touch also their minds and their emotions, even their deepest recesses of their heart. Heal the hurts and pains and all of the wounds that they may have in their lives. Saturate their entire being with your presence, love, joy, and peace, and draw them ever closer to every moment of their lives. And Father, fill intheMatrixxx and Shady Grooove with your Holy Spirit and empower them to do your work so that their lives will bring glory and honor to your holy name. Heavenly Father, as you know, intheMatrixxx and Shady Grooove are facing major and dangerous challenges in their lives. I ask you to grant them and their families the energy and determination to seek out and find the right path, and courage and grace to follow all that is good and positive in and around their surroundings, and your peace and serenity to rest and restore their body, mind, and spirit. I ask this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Mac. So this is a beautiful framed.
Wow.
It's framed. It's gorgeous. And I really kind of needed this right now. And Mac, God bless you, my friend. Thank you very much. So very much. Amen.
Unbelievable. I don't even have words.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, Shady. We're helping people. And they help us back too.
That's right. And that's how this works.
That's what this is about, man. So that was very amazing. I'm good. I'm happy. And that really came in yesterday. And I kind of needed it. So thank you, Mac. God bless you, brother. So
that's what's awesome about this movement is how everyone participates in helping whenever they know what's going on, man. It's really great to see everything.
That's it. So let's jump right into it because we got our prayer now wrapped around us. We can now watch Jerry Nadler.
This guy.
All right.
What's going on with him?
Oh, let's check it out. Ready?
Prosecutors and investigators worked tirelessly to follow the facts and pursue justice to the furthest extent allowed. Although Department of Justice policy prevented the special counsel from bringing criminal charges against the president, the special counsel has clearly demonstrated that President Trump is lying. He is lying about the special counsel's findings, lying about the testimony of key witnesses in the special counsel's report, and above all, lying in saying that the special counsel found no obstruction and no collusion. In a statement this morning, Special Counsel Mueller reaffirmed his report. It found substantial evidence that Russia attacked our political system, that the Trump campaign benefited from Russian interference, that Trump and those around him repeatedly welcomed Russia's support, and that throughout the subsequent investigation, Trump sought to obstruct Mueller time and time again.
No obstruction.
Special Counsel Mueller today repeated 3 central points, which are critical for the American people. 1, the special counsel did not exonerate the President of the United States of obstruction of justice. 2, obstruction of justice, of which Special Counsel Mueller found substantial evidence, is a serious crime that strikes at the core of our justice system. 3, the Constitution points to Congress to take action to hold the President accountable for his misconduct. Unfortunately, Special Counsel Mueller was unable to pursue criminal charges against the President because Department of Justice policy prevents a sitting president from being prosecuted. That policy, in my opinion, is wrong, but it prevented the Special Counsel from pursuing justice to the fullest extent possible. Therefore, as Mueller again highlighted this morning, it falls to Congress to respond to the crimes, lies, and other wrongdoing of President Trump. We will do so. Make no mistake, no one, not even the President of the United States, is above the law.
Congressman, will you
Thank
move
you.
then for...
Wow, that guy, huh? And look at what happened just like earlier this week. He passed out when he got the letter from Donald Trump, in my opinion. Wait, he was dehydrated. That was the official story. But interesting stuff. I really do believe that, obviously we went over some of the Mueller, posts and stuff with the Q posts. And he's retiring. We know that. So he's also going to be a private citizen, which means maybe he's going to be looked at into regarding Uranium One. I think that they're compromised, Shady, right? Do you think what are your thoughts about? Because I don't know if you guys saw the body language person. She did the look at what Mueller was doing, and he was very nervous. He was breathing interesting. He was scared, is basically her conclusion, and maybe forced to read what he had to read.
Right. Well, number one, Nadler was able to find his eyebrow, but forgot his meds. Let's just be honest. They are. This is. You're seeing a panic. Like, who really thought that they would actually come out in public like this? And what we saw with Mueller yesterday, I did see the body language thing you were talking about, and that was very interesting. It felt like to me like he was being forced to be there. Who was forcing him to be there? I'm not exactly sure, because it could be easily viewed from both ways. But I think that he was forced by someone to be there. And in theory, it could be being forced to be there by our president. Because if you noticed, after he did his little dance yesterday morning, which was kind of unexpected, really. After he did all of that, we had Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, and Beto O'Rourke and Swalwell, a few more, jumped right on the band of impeachment, just like what Nadler's saying here. And so the truth is, the middle of America is moving towards Trump, and they're not moving towards this crazy socialist agenda. And so he did play a little bit of a role to put some of the presidential candidates in a basket.
Red Label said Nadler wouldn't know the truth even if Crazy Joe came up behind him and whispered it in his ear.
I've seen some memes where that's happening, Matrixx.
Oh my gosh.
Joe Biden has been whispering in everybody's ear on Twitter. I don't know if you've noticed, but that guy is all over the place.
That's a Joe Biden. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Stop it.
Also, let's look at Creepy Joe. He had 37 people at his last rally. Let's check out what happened. This is great, man. Look at all these people.
Ooh, I'm going to write
only
you
one
a
side.
longer answer and tell you the exact things I would do, okay? Okay? Promise? I bet you're as bright as you're good looking.
Sorry, that's only one side of the speaker, guys. I don't know, but check it out.
Journalism? Whoa! Whoa! I better be more
So he's talking to a little girl
My
right now.
answer, those guys back there. Go ahead, the next question. I love it. Okay, over here. Washington Post, New York Times.
Look at that guy.
By the way, that's one of the things that's a dangerous idea. You know, as these guys will tell you, I'm not always their favorite subject. But the truth of the matter is, the reason we are who we are is called a free press. Continue to drink it. Somebody take it back to meet the press.
So look at all those people. He packed that room, didn't he? Wow.
What is with this guy?
And what is with people looking at this stuff? I mean, creepy.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to really have any shame or recognition of why his behavior is unusual in public. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't they say, "Hey, creepy, why
but-
don't you lay off the little girls here
It's okay to talk to people, but let's not put your hands on their shoulders continuously and hang
sniff
out
'em.
over there and smell their hair. Oh my goodness.
Jeez. So the White House, after our show, after Mueller's statement, said the special counsel has completed the investigation, closed his office, and has closed the case. Mr. Mueller explicitly said that he had nothing to add beyond the report and therefore does not plan to testify before Congress. That report was clear. There was no collusion, no conspiracy, and the Department of Justice confirmed that there was no obstruction. Special Counsel Mueller also stated that Attorney General Barr acted in good faith in his handling of the report. After 2 years, the special counsel is moving on with his life, and everyone else should do the same. And that's Sarah Sanders. White House tweeted that out. Thought it was very interesting. Rumor has it POTUS is moving over to Parler. I'm over there at Parler, guys. If you guys want to get over there, check us out. All right. This is... I'm not going to play this because I cannot stand the lady, but I would really, if you guys want to see it, she basically was saying that Trump is running scared at this thing. And talking about, the doctored video of Nancy Pelosi saying it's sexist trash and running scared, our POTUS? Yeah, I don't think so, Hillary. I think it's projection. She's running.
Yeah,
scared.
kind of doesn't seem like running scared to me, considering the strength that this man is projecting from his office, especially since the Mueller report came out. And this guy doesn't want to testify because he doesn't want Jordan and Meadows to get their hands on him.
Running scared. Who here thinks that Trump is not running scared? Press 45 if you think that Trump is not scared. 45. We'll see how many 45. We might need. Do you think we'll get any? I don't know.
No, I think that we're going to get a whole slew of 45s because these people know what is going on, and others who do not know what's going on. Matrixxx, it is they're coming to this conversation, especially since the Mueller report ended. I think a lot of people thought that the Mueller report was going to end, and then they were going to act normal again. Well, they haven't. And people are waking up, and they're waking other people up. Things like what we're showing you with Nadler and Biden right there, that wakes a lot of people up. How many people were at his rally? 37?
At least. Maybe a little less.
And how many people were at that Trump rally the other day in Japan? I mean, look at this stuff. This, just
that's right. That's right.
Worldwide,
guys. Now,
yes.
We did look at this a little bit too, Shady. We saw it breaking on our show. These pictures are the person there. USA on fire too, by the way, I noticed. The MSM, so I don't really want to play the video. We kind of already saw it. But I thought of this Q post. A demonstration was made today in front of the White House. It showed they can control innocence. It was a direct threat. This is not a game. The MSM is creating emotional conflict. This destabilizes certain minds to become susceptible to outside control. What you see is 2%. The war is real. These people are sick. Watch the news this week. Q. So that was just kind of interesting. And apparently this guy is this guy, and he actually passed away, according to Fox DC.
Yeah, man, and this is not the first time something like this has happened, and we were talking about it yesterday. I don't think this is going to be the last. I really do think that as people who are brainwashed see more and more of the president winning, they are going to go off the deep end. I mean, they would stand there and scream and yell at the sky for hours. So, let's just recognize that people are unstable out there, and hopefully we can help them.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be here for them. When the time comes, we'll be here for everyone. This one here was, not many people are talking about Assange. I wanted to just play this for you guys real quick.
Julian Assange has been moved to a health ward in Belmarsh prison. In a statement, WikiLeaks said it has grave concerns about the state of Mr. Assange's health, having already significantly deteriorated after 7 years inside the Ecuadorian embassy. The WikiLeaks founder was arrested last April in London after the government of Ecuador revoked his asylum status.
So, not many people are talking about Julian Assange health. I think there was one article, I think it came from...
Was the source WikiLeaks?
No, the source was, oh my gosh, I can't remember it. That one, anyways, there was only one newspaper talking about it, or online.
Okay.
About it.
And I thought it was interesting. He said there in the art, that it was WikiLeaks stated. I didn't know if they were quoting something else, but I'm not 100% convinced that WikiLeaks is telling us the truth. So,
well, yeah, we think WikiLeaks has been taken over, in my opinion, by the deep state. Of course, lawyers have been killed. I mean, it's just, if you've been keeping up with the WikiLeaks thing, interesting. Mm-hmm. Also, real quick, Donald J. Trump Jr. Basically, facts, things that didn't change yesterday. Shady. There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. The entire foundation of the investigation was based on lies. Comey is still a leaker. Trump is still president. The country is stronger, safer, more prosperous than perhaps ever before. Boom.
And Comey was writing op-eds again, talking about if you want to investigate the investigators. And also, did you notice, Matrixxx, that Mueller in his statement yesterday morning, he still said that the Russians hacked the DNC. And we have the information from them that says that the DNC never turned over their servers. So
right.
This guy is standing there and predicating that on a complete assumption that what he's being told is the truth by the Democratic National Committee, and he's spouting it off. And James Comey is saying, well, you can't believe the president and his administration at their word. We got to investigate. We got to do this whole investigation. But you need to take me at my word whenever all this stuff looks bad.
Yeah, they're running around circular firing squad, right, Shady?
I think that's what it is.
And, he's dropping this stuff in the papers to try to, the whole Democrat Party run in 2020 now seems to be predicated on impeaching Donald J. Trump, where they can't and they won't. So this is just a money exercise, a money grab, so they can try to grab money, in my opinion, to the people that are still holding on to the idea that there was collusion, there was obstruction, and there was a crime committed. So
to raise money on it,
to raise money,
to campaign, right? Mm-hmm.
That's what I think it is too. Yeah. This is interesting. Stormy Joe Patriot did predict that Alex Trebek was going to get some help with the Right to Try Act. I'll leave that here with you guys. If you guys want to check it out, I think it's very, very interesting. Alex Trebek shares mind-boggling pancreatic cancer update, and it looks like it's getting better, which is interesting. So, was release the cures? Is that helping Alex Trebek? So let's see how that goes. That was a good one that he did. Jordan Sather, our favorite New York Times journalist, Maggie Haberman, is retweeting the recent New York Times UFO story flying around. Maggie Haberman. Shady.
Huh. Yeah, no kidding. Like Maggie Haberman all of a sudden wants us to focus on UFOs.
Look here. Not there.
Look over here.
Right.
I bet that her friend Podesta sent her an email.
Yeah, you better tweet this out, Mags.
You gotta get this out.
Get it out. Yeah. So I mean, wow. Unbelievable. And Jordan has been. Go to Jordan Sather at Jordan_Sather_ on Twitter. He's been kind of talking about a like a fake disclosure, if you will, in order to look here, not there. In my
I think he's actually going to be with X22 today, guys. So maybe check him out later on today.
Yeah, Sather with X22 report today. That's awesome. All right, Carly found something pretty interesting. Let's check this out. This is actually kind of scary. Here we go.
Guess what? That's unhealthy.
That regardless of the economy, they're going to try to kill him.
All right.
Regardless of the economy, they're going to what?
Try to kill him.
Regardless of the economy, they're going to try to kill him.
All right.
Whoa.
And have you noticed how much Geraldo has shifted his commentary since the Mueller report? He is actually, he's someone that's been fair, someone that thought that the president might be guilty, and now he sees that he wasn't, and this is all a sham. He's being honest. It's interesting to see that too.
Yeah, look at his face too when he does. Let's watch it one more time.
Regardless of the economy, they're going to try to kill him.
All right. Guess what? That's unhealthy.
He seems pretty.
Of the economy, they're going to try to kill him.
All right.
I mean, he's like, whoa, wow.
Well, I think he may have a really good idea on what the president is doing now, Matrixx. Like, he sees what he's standing up against, and now he sees what he's been going up against. And we should all be genuinely concerned. I mean, that praying for the president is part of the reason that he's gotten this far.
Ben Davis Jr. heading off to Colorado Springs and back for a week. All right, brother. Safe travels, my friend. All right, what do we got next? Oh, let's check out this old classic clip. Ready?
Zombie son? Yes, that's more voodooism, and not very pleasant. When a person dies and is buried, it seems there are certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
How horrible.
It's worse than horrible, because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
Wow. Wow. Right?
Maybe.
I got, it's amazing how, all these. So this is good. That was a Trump anomaly. Check it out. That a little bit of truth can get you every time. All right, Carly Bond, another one. Giuliani. Let's hear him in reaction.
Exclusively tonight, President Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, good to see you. You were laughing throughout parts of his answer.
No, that can't be a serious candidate for president.
Why?
It's pathetic.
Well, which part?
The whole thing. First of all, he's obviously going through a serious identity crisis, so I excuse him.
He tweeted about how he feels guilty that he's a white male.
Well, he's even more confused about the case. I mean, the idea that the Attorney General of the United States can turn over information to them and not be in violation of the law is just a fiction that they're all presenting to the American people. They're just lying to the American people. The Attorney General has turned over 98% of the obstruction report, if not 99%. Mm-hmm. Even Mueller said today that their report has been largely or very largely seen. He knows there's nothing. I've read the report. You've read the report. The redactions are like this. Maybe a third of them are footnotes.
But they say there's underlying evidence that might give us a bigger window into.
First, he's talking about reading the whole report. If he's read the report, he's read the whole report. The redacted versions are 1% of the report, maybe 0.5%, because half of that percent are footnotes. Second, Mueller today just said what the report said. To make this into, oh my God, now we have not a single new fact, no smoking gun,
none,
not even a single new nuance.
Nope.
I mean, it's the same old story. End result for a prosecutor, which obviously he was not very good at, is number one, no collusion. Well, what that says to you is we just had 2.5 years of 2 investigations that were entirely unfair, a waste of taxpayer money, and certainly justifies a man in defending himself.
Well, let me get to that, and then we'll.
Wow. So, and he was talking about the guy on before him. What was that guy's name? That guy right there.
Swalwell.
Yeah. Listen here.
Where you say the president is preventing testimony. I assume you're referring to Don McGahn, his former White House counsel. He testified for, 29 hours before Robert Mueller? What number do you need before it's good enough? He didn't shield him. In fact, the president said, go cooperate.
Have you read his testimony to Robert Mueller? I haven't. The American people paid for this investigation.
It's in the report.
Excerpts, right. But that's not how it works. I mean, we have a separate branch of government.
Are you saying
that's not how it works,
we will see grand jury information, which the Attorney General says would be against the law?
I'm saying just like Watergate, Congress should see grand jury information. That happened after Watergate. This seems to be a larger issue than Watergate. This is a foreign act.
I love Carly. Oh, my God. That is so awesome. And that's what Julie, he's got an identity problem. I know that for sure. That was amazing. I mean, oh my gosh. So just going up, man. Here we go. So this is another one that Carly grabbed that I really thought was interesting. And this is like comparing Barr to Mueller. So time to pay the Barr tab is what Carly says. Let's check it out.
Of the Trump campaign collusion with the Russian government's hacking.
There was insufficient evidence to charge a broader conspiracy.
The evidence developed by the special counsel is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime.
Special counsel Mueller stated 3 times to us in that meeting in response to our questioning that he emphatically was not saying that but for the OLC opinion, he would have found obstruction.
Under long-standing department policy, a president cannot be charged with a federal crime while he is in office. Charging the president with a crime was therefore not an option we could consider.
So that was interesting to see them both kind of, saying, very interesting video. Very interesting how they put that together. And I'm regurgitating mainstream news, Shady.
I know. I think that they could almost take that Mueller press conference yesterday and turn it into one of the Comey videos. Remember the Comey video that they did where he's like all rapping to the report about Clinton? Yeah, they could almost do that with Mueller yesterday, because it seemed like he was doing the same type of damage control of the narrative.
Absolutely. And I still think he was forced to read that. I really do.
I do too, man.
All right, so I entitled this Knowingly because, here, let's check out. This is from the official Trump. This is very good.
When any foreign government tries to impact the integrity of our elections, that we need to take action.
As the election campaign was in full swing, the National Security Advisor, Susan Rice, told the team to stand down, stop working on options to counter the Russian attack.
The National Security Advisor, President Obama, tells them to stand down, back off, and essentially in the end they did practically nothing.
But as far as your cyber response, you were told to stand down. Is that correct?
We were, those actions were put on the back burner, yes.
When I saw President Putin in China, I felt that the most effective way to ensure that that didn't happen, was to talk to him directly and tell him to cut it out.
Cut it out, doesn't cut it.
I think the Obama administration should have done a lot more. I think the administration needed to call out Russia earlier and needed to act to deter and punish Russia earlier. And I think that was a very serious mistake.
Are you disappointed in the reaction from the Obama administration to Russian meddling?
In my opinion, he didn't do enough.
There was smoke in the kitchen, and the response was to open the windows when we needed a fire extinguisher.
Do you think that the Obama administration choked?
Yes.
If you actually think this is a big deal and you're not just using it as a way to go after Donald Trump, you should be demanding accountability commissions for the previous president and those intelligence chiefs.
I think we handled it the way it should have been handled.
Boom. So I thought that was a very amazing video. This is the Russian interference. It shows that it's them, right? I mean, they knowingly did this. And Philosophizer says, while Matrixxx and Shady stand tall in the face of opposition, I'm proud to be a Patreon supporter. It's the least I can do. Keep spreading the truth, guys. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, don't we? But over the target if we're getting flack, in my opinion.
I like how he says we're going to tell him to cut it out.
We told him to cut it out, Shady.
We told him to cut it out. It's like, what are? I mean, it's just so farcical,
right? It's so funny.
It really is.
There's a couple Saul memes out there. Somebody said to go check out. So pretty funny. Go to SaulMemes on our page there on Twitter. Here's one that Carly found too that I thought was also interesting. Why did POTUS tweet out about No Name? McCain associate shared unverified Steele dossier with BuzzFeed in court filing says, and if you look at drop on December 22, 2017, it says U.S. send No Name News Shop BuzzFeed News unlocks. You have the keystone. Q. And Trump's tweet was, I was not informed about anything having to do with the Navy ship USS John McCain during my recent visit to Japan. Nevertheless, FLOTUS and I loved being with our great military men and women. What a spectacular job they do. And that's from our POTUS right there. And then here it is. Court files reveal role of McCain associate in spreading anti-Trump dossier. So we do know that McCain was involved. He's the one that handed it to the FBI. And here's the Q post that she's talking about. So very interesting find, Carly. Except that's the wrong platform. But hey, you're entitled. Check it out. So then I was actually watching, some of the fake news, trying to find out what's going on. And, Sean Hannity last night, I think, he said avalanche 4 times on last night's broadcast. Let's look at what the other lamestream news are saying about this Mueller stuff.
Impeachment may be inevitable. The dam really seems to be breaking wide open.
This obstruction point is also impossible to look away from, because I think what he was really saying is Congress has a job to do.
They now have the green light, if they want it, from Mueller's statement that the ball is in their court, and now they've got to pick it up and run with it and do the right thing.
Every single day that the president sits in that office, he's obstructing justice, right?
Because if he spoke in plain language, what he would have said today was, anyone who read my report and said no collusion, no obstruction, total exoneration is a big fat liar. That's what he would have said. In English, no lawyer
Maybe you're on my potty mouth here.
The unrestrained.
That's hilarious, dude. That is funny.
It really is. I would like to maybe take people back to the Clinton impeachment and what really occurred there. They actually found Clinton guilty of stuff. Like, they charged him and they removed his law license. He was guilty by the special prosecutor. This president came through the special prosecutor with not guilty on collusion, and now they're trying to say that he's guilty of obstructing people from an investigation into which he didn't do anything that they were investigating, and they said he didn't do anything investigating. And these people are lawyers, Matrixxx. I mean, they're not dumb. They're playing a game on TV in front of people that don't understand.
Absolutely.
It's obvious.
It's, Operation Mockingbird, my friend. And once the FISA report is declassed, there is going to be an avalanche of information that these people... Hey, wait, what about the UFOs? Shady. There's UFOs over there, and we're gonna have Maggie Haberman tweet out about it because that's what we need to look at right now.
And this was also video that was recorded a year plus ago. Is all of a sudden really important for us to talk about right now.
That's right, because there's no D-class coming and an avalanche of information.
They might get their UFO exposed.
They're going to get their UFOs exposed, all right. I want to just double check something, too. I think POTUS is going to be speaking today. Is he speaking now? I'm going to have to follow up with that. Maybe we'll cover that tomorrow.
I think he might be speaking now.
Yeah. So then this Rebecca Ballhaus said something about the White House wanted the USS McCain out of sight for Trump's visit to Japan. A tarp was hung over the ship's name ahead of a trip, and sailors who wear the caps bearing the ship's name were given the day off, according to Rebecca Bluecheck Ballhaus. And, I'm pretty much sure that it's not McCain's. I mean, a lot of the brilliant anons have done some research. There is they say the tarp that obscures it. Here is McCain Field. They're thinking it may not be the John McCain that's actually tarped up. So it could have been just like, here you go, Brian Cates. LOL at all the people that fell for the USS John McCain fake news. You'd think people would know better by now, but how about that confirmation bias, eh? So
man,
yeah,
they got to plant stories everywhere.
They do, because they've got to rile people up, man. They've got to rile people up. So yeah, I believe it was fake news too. That's why I kind of posted it for you guys out there to check out. And again, did some more research on it as well. And by the way, dark to light, Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, keep America great. This is what we need for 2020, guys. This is the focus. This right here to make sure this man gets elected. Boom.
And I like the sound of what he was saying this morning about the idea that the administration was considering reinstating the use of paper ballots as in districts that wanted to use them. So, from my standpoint, I'm very, very I'm a very big fan of paper ballots. I'm not a fan of these digital voting machines. We don't need technology as much as we need an accurate count.
Absolutely. And, write the rolls, right? So we got a lot of dead people on the rolls, the voter rolls. We got to fix all that. This is Clarence Thomas talking about abortion for eugenics.
This is getting ready to be a very, very big topic, man.
This happened to me before. Hang on one second.
Were we talking about eugenics before too, or Google?
Right.
But it is going to be. But this is going to be a big topic, the eugenics discussion in general, and it is going to cross over the abortion Roe v. Wade. Like there's an intersection here in this legislation coming, because we are going to have to, as a society, decide what is and isn't okay whenever it comes to the point of which you're having a girl, or making decisions like that. We have to start thinking of ways to protect life. Period.
Hey, you guys, can you see you guys? I see you guys. All right, let me.
Looks like you got the
that's where it went to for whatever reason. Hang on.
All right, well, they can watch it double for a second.
There you guys go. All right, let me find Windows Capture here, properties, and do.
But I think it's interesting that there's going to be a little bit of an RBG discussion mixed in this. There's just compounding issues escalating simultaneously in our world right now for all of us to be coming together and having these discussions, as opposed to it being at each other's throat, contentious argument. We need to be having a discussion about how we're going to solve it.
Absolutely.
I mean that really is what this all. I think that's what Q all boils down to, is having a forum of people discussing the truth and actually coming up with some ideas of how to fix these complicated things that are in our world, not just America, but the whole world. The deep state has spent a long, long time messing things up, and it's not going to be fixed overnight. But these conversations, the president, again, here another issue being brought up and being allowed to have light shown on it. The current administration, again, talking to Patriots is my opinion.
Absolutely. So Exactly. I mean, we need to talk, and you know, we need to talk like regular people. You know what I mean? Instead of you know, how people are talking now.
Well, where you're so everyone's programmed with the narrative, and so you know, there's this big gap between Q people and the in general public. You know, like the stuff that they think is true, the stuff that they think is history, is inaccurate, and then so there's a gap to be bridged. It's obviously not on that person's table or plate to construct that conversation. Anons or Patriots or people who are trying to wake people up. It's for you to construct those conversations in a way that doesn't turn people away from the information. And I think that we're getting more and more ammunition every day, especially seeing what these laws they're passing in states of making it okay to kill 9-month-old people.
Air Force Academy and Command.
Sorry about that. We're gonna watch to see if POTUS comes on. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, Shade. I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
Oh, you got him up? Oh, he's right there?
Well, he's not, but yeah.
Gotcha.
So this was another one too. Nadler saying, you know, all this crap again, given that the special counsel Mueller was unable to pursue criminal charges against the president, it falls to Congress to respond to the crimes, lies, and other wrongdoing of President Trump, and we will do so. Not one, not even President of the United States, is above the law, says Rep. Nadler. Interesting. So never interrupt the enemy. Oops, I forgot. Never interrupt the enemy while they are destroying themselves. I mean, this guy's got to realize, well, I think he's just doing his job, right?
Yeah.
Russia, Shady. This is President Trump's tweet today. Russia. That's all you heard at the beginning of this witch hunt hoax. And now Russia has disappeared because I had nothing to do with Russia helping me get elected. It was a crime that didn't exist. So now the Dems and their partner, the fake news media, say he fought back against this phony crime that didn't exist. This horrendous false accusation, and he shouldn't fight back. He should just sit back and take it. Could this be obstruction? No. Mueller didn't find obstruction either. Presidential harassment. And if you look at all the Q posts with Russia, we've got 129. All right, and I think they're very interesting to go back and check out. There are so many with 3 Russias in there too. There's several. I counted, I think, 5 with 3 Russias in it. But, you know, look, this is it, guys. This is the big, con that they're trying to pin on our POTUS. And it's a lot more to do than just this election, Shady. It's Uranium One. It's so much more. They're fighting to save their lives.
I mean, it's laughable, the hysteria over Russia, who has like an economy a quarter the size of France or something. They're not a threat on the world stage at all. We completely ignore the real threat, which is the
China,
the beast that is China.
Yeah.
So they're sitting right there and not being coy about stealing everything from. I mean, there is thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs who have had their intellectual property stolen by China. Just even if you want to do business in China, they make you give them your intellectual property. But Russia, they're the big threat.
And remember, folks, FISA brings down the house.
And I think that might not be very much longer from now. I think there's some FISA judges out there getting nervous, Matrixxx.
Yeah.
Because they were bad.
Absolutely.
They weren't just inadvertently caught up in something. Trust me.
Absolutely. This is something that is so not Russia, but Hussein, HRC projection. You see that? That's the real issue. That is the real issue. And now we do know that Barr is doing an investigation on all of this too. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that. That'll be amazing. Let's go see over here. Nope, this is the Air Force Academy commencement address. So that was a very interesting one that I saw today from our POTUS. There's the man. I just love that. I just wanted to show you that we have an army of digital soldiers. God bless General Flynn. Then this one, no crime, no charge, because he had no information. Boom. Ready?
There were no
no charges, none. If you look at Bill Clinton, that very nice gentleman who's been so much on my side, as you know, his special prosecutor, it was guilty, 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 guilty. So many guilties. With me, there was no guilty. Number one, there was no crime. And number two, I fought back. And I'll tell you, wait. Well, there was no collusion. There was no collusion. Read volume 1. There was no collusion. That means you're innocent. That means you're innocent. Excuse me. Then he should have said, you're guilty. That's wrong. That's wrong. No, because he said it differently the first time. So he said, essentially, you're innocent. I'm innocent of all charges. And you know the thing that nobody brings up? There was no crime. They're saying he's obstructing something and there was no crime. And nobody brings it up. Also, someday you ought to read a thing called Article 2. Read Article 2, which gives the president powers that you wouldn't believe. But I don't even have to rely on Article 2. There was no crime. There was no obstruction. There was no collusion. There was no nothing. And this is from a group of people that hate me. If they only found anything, they would have had it. And he knows that better than anybody. There was no crime. There was no charge because he had no information.
Done. Yeah, exactly, man. You know, amazing. This guy is absolutely amazing. That's my president right there.
I can't believe how he talks right to us.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it?
I mean, I've just never heard like a president speak before where I felt like they had any clue what I was thinking. And now it's like this guy's got like all our thoughts in his head, it seems like.
Right. And let me just see. Uh-oh, error occurred. They lost video. Let me just check OBS. Stop streaming. I look good. I'm going to just go ahead and Yep, if you just refresh, guys, it should come right back. I got booted too. Interesting. Love you, YouTube. All right. So today, POTUS, as we're waiting on him for his remarks today at the U.S. Air Force Academy commencement address, we are waiting for this. Today, he said, we are going to do something very dramatic on the border. The Dems will not give us laws. They will not do anything. They want to have open borders, crime, drugs pouring in. They want to have human trafficking. It will be my biggest statement. And I wanted to let you know that when I was kind of looking up some stuff, Politico quoted the ACLU seeks to block more sections of the Trump's border wall. Boy, the ACLU, they're good, right? They're good. But what happened is Congress approved in late February $1.4 billion for 5 miles of the new border barriers, but Trump declared a national emergency to unlock an additional $6.7 billion to build this wall, guys. And this wall is much more than just immigration, guys. It's human trafficking, it's drug running, it's crime, it's security and safety.
And you see, there's a couple of different places. One in particular I saw yesterday where they have they've acquired the financing and the permits to get the wall built in areas that's on private land. Private contractors are actually putting the money, the effort, the energy into this. And now they're trying to use city ordinances from 20, 30 miles away to compromise their ability to start building the wall in sections that the government isn't working on. So there's citizens out there being stopped from building a wall on their own property right now by bureaucrats in jurisdictions that do not apply there. So, you know, what you're seeing is panic because that wall is being built. I promise you that. We've seen some pretty nice video footage of that.
I think so. There he is right there. Check him out right in the front row. That's my president right there. Very, very awesome. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on that. To the people of Colorado, there is a site that's up right now. They're going to try to recall Polis. If you guys are from Colorado or in Colorado, check it out, guys. I don't know if you remember the whole rigmarole with their ballots last year in Colorado. absolutely insane what happened in Colorado. So I encourage you, if you are in Colorado, get involved, guys. Get involved.
Yeah. Also, if you're in Colorado, maybe inquire about what they're doing with your electoral college votes for the election. You know, these guys are trying to go with the popular vote in some of these states. You guys need to have your voices heard if you live in these states. They're not kidding around with this stuff.
Yep, and in 2016, that's exactly what they were messing with, was the electoral college votes. Exactly correct. Yep.
So this is, this is step, incrementalism. Remember, guys, they work on a mantra of incrementalism. They take a little piece at a time, and next thing you know, the cake is gone.
And here's our big, beautiful wall, guys.
This is awesome.
Boom. There's your wall being built right now, guys. They say it's not being built. We've got visual. We've got the visual, Shady.
That's not them building a wall in China.
No, it's not. That's right here at home, my friends. And you know what? Shady found a really good song, and I'd like to play it for you guys. Let's just take a quick musical interlude. Let's check it out. This is Back on Top right here.
To do it, I spit flame like lighter fluid. Well, Colonel Mustard's in a pool hall with a cue ball, so get a clue, it's a movement. Hey, and now I'm thinking about the past, B, to see how far we came actually. And D, anons get it factually. Break bread, crumbs for dinner so happily. E, that's 5 by 5. So hear this, I hope you like my drive. And fear this, we arrived alive. Buzzing like a beehive, buzzing like a beehive. And now we on top non-stop. D5, avalanche with that Q drop. Now it's our time like the Q clock. So tick-tock, 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 boom. And the last will be magical. Lock her up looking oh so probable. Feel that fact cause it's oh so logical. Last laugh, get mo, no comical. In the batter's box, white hats with the Red Sox, World Series win at all costs, gold champ, champagne, lay your bottle pop. We about to make it, it's a celebration. Fed, we're so mistaken, raking in the bacon. What my mind is thinking, a piggy bank breaking. Cause now we gonna take it, thank God for the saving. Wow, now we on top, tippy top. Fly, Roth, fly, and your whole freaky flock. Enjoy the show, let your corn pop. Let's rock, rolling Keystone to unlock. And now we on top, tippy top. I tip my cap at the Plan DC shock. Pain coming, swamp drain so unclogged. Celebrate one nation under God. Where we go one, we go all.
That's Back on Top by Tav.
It's good, isn't it?
Pretty smooth, right? Where we go one, we go all.
I love these Patriots.
I love that. That was absolutely amazing. Oh, somebody did ask if that was Toots Sweet. No, but I did get in communications with Toots, and Shady, he'd love to come on the show, so we're going to set that up for next week, guys.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's get Toots on here. He's amazing. So
I agree with that.
Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. All right, so yeah, let's go check out over here real quick. Our president is still chilling out, watching the Air Force Academy commencement address here. We may or may not get to it today, but I wanted to just check that out. So Barbara Flynn tweeted this today. We now know at this exact time Strzok was conducting a counterintelligence op, illegal spying, on General Flynn. This was way before Strzok, General Flynn, Kislyak call ambush right there. And let's go to that tweet right there. And there we go. Way past the time to arrest Peter Strzok and Lisa Page for treason, along with lying under oath 3 times. McCabe, no more words of action. I just pray for you, Barbara, and your whole family that this nightmare ends soon, Shady.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah. So, prayers for the Flynns, guys, if you get it.
I mean, we know you can, just for everyone, you can't possibly imagine what it's like to be, a person who's attained the stature of General Flynn, to be restricted to only going so far away from home or having to ask permission or all of this stuff because of this facade investigation that was a complete sham. It's just extraordinarily rude.
Absolutely. Shady, real quick, this is my header pin tweet. It was 15.5 thousand likes, and I liked it. We're gonna like it again. Now it's just 15,000, and it's got another 1,000 views since yesterday. Shady,
how is this? This is some weird math. I wish I could have learned the math that I just don't understand. It's like I thought we got computers and the math was supposed to be accurate, but it doesn't appear so.
It's a new kind of math. It's algorithmic.
Algorithmic.
Yes.
I gotcha. I'm gonna have to do a search on that here.
It's part of the Common Core standard.
I gotcha. That was after us then.
Say that 10 times fast, right?
I'm not doing that.
Right? Wow, guys, we have had an amazing time with you again today. Yeah, Eric likes toots. Right on. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Yes, algorithm. I can't even say it again.
You can't even say. You make up the word.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. What the heck is that saying?
I don't know. But guys, you have been phenomenal. I really appreciate you guys. I'd like to have you over and over at Matrixxx on Twitter. Yes. Starring President Trump, the Matrixxx. Yes. Take the red pill. Wake up, Patriots. Common Gore, Logan Kent, that's good. Tomfoolery, thank you. You guys always rock. Thank you, Carly. We need to have you on, Carly. Why aren't we doing that?
I'm curious if we could do that.
Carly,
would she come on with us?
Would you come on with Shady and Matrixxx?
I don't know.
I don't know if we would have a laugh riot. I mean, could you imagine all of us? Oh my gosh, she would be amazing. There she is. Yes. All right. So, Carly, we're going to set that up. We're going to have you on and pay homage to you because you're absolutely amazing. I love everything that you do. And you've been, right there through thick and thin. I really appreciate that, guys. And there's the Mist. We love you. We love you. And the mods out there, we love you guys. We got Vega, Cutter. We've got Poussant. We've got Rocket Girl. Oh my gosh, we have got
Stormy Patriot Joe. We got QD.
We have got the best mods on YouTube. But you know what?
Aren't these guys fabulous?
But you know what? We've got the best audience on YouTube.
Well, that's what is the best.
I love you guys. United States of Q, love you, man. There he is. There's Stormy Joe. Right on. So good job today, Tony. I will send you in DM my email address for you, sir. I saw you asking for that. We'll do that. So, Carly, I think it's a yes. I think they all want you on. I think we're going to have you on. I can't wait. All right, guys, it just goes so fast. I want you guys to get off here. Go check out POTUS. We're going to follow up with what POTUS has to say tomorrow. We love you very much, Shady. We got Trinity with the phone.
All right. Well, Trinity is here to take us out. Matrixxx, I appreciate everything that you do for this movement. All of you Anons out there, please take it easy on the over red pilling. Make sure you're doing a moderate job of of inserting very informative information. We got a lot to do, and we need to take it from the top down. And so let your president direct kind of what the narrative is that we're going to be speaking about and how rude this is, what you're seeing in these investigations. This is going to go quick. Once this comes out, I mean, these people are going to fall quick, and I really do like what we're doing, Matrixxx, right now with bleeding them dry in this moment and weakening them to the point where they cannot argue the information that's getting ready to come out. They've made themselves clear of what they think, and now the truth is going to hit them in the side of the head. So with all that, Matrixxx, I love you. I love Anna. I love all of the people of the world that are coming to this movement, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
There are two ways to control people: fear, oh, that guy's evil, oh, don't look at that, or love, man. And I choose the latter. I love you guys. I love you guys very, very much. And Robin Birds, I hope you're doing well. Please give us an update if you can as to how you're doing. At Shady Grooove with 3 O's on Twitter. At intheMatrixxx with 3 X's. intheMatrixxx with 3 X's.com. This is our YouTube, youtube.com/c/intheMatrixxx with 3 X's. You can get right here. Showtimes 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. Tomorrow being Friday, we'll have 2 shows with the Q Lounge Live. We're never going to give that up again. We're only going to do the Q Lounge Live on Fridays. No other channels, guys. We love you guys. See you tomorrow. Much love and peace.